Welcome back to the channel, and well, I have something to show you. It was a video that I did that I never really finished, but the M4 has changed. So the M4 has a livery done, and it's kind of inspired by NFS, Need for Speed. The NFS livery is from the E46 M3. It has the silver with the blue. This case, we used the leftover wrap from the Audi, which if you've seen the videos, if not, go watch the series. We wrapped an Audi A7 and we used the remaining wrap. So here is the livery. You have, and again, it's just an inspiration, but you have it on the hood that goes down. I went ahead and floated with the body line on the front. This took about 3 hours only because we didn't take anything off. We just overlaid it all on the car. Man, doesn't look so good. We need to get some proper shots of this thing, and maybe when I do a wrap next time, I'll show you how to use knifeless tape because that's all we use. It was a simple 3-hour job, well, not much to it. But today we actually have the Porsche Panamera Turbo S. This car we need to do a review. It's actually Chance's, and we cleaned it last night, and today we are going to give the paint some love. You can see how rough the paint is. Oh, there. It's basically scratched up everywhere. You have damages there. Pretty deep scratch right there. They're basically all over the place, like all over. The paint is not, as shiny as it looks, it doesn't look good when the sun hits it. It's really swirly. We have a bunch of garage improvements as well. I added another rack for more wrap. I have a few photos I've had as a childhood, like that BMW picture behind me. It's made out of aluminum. And then we got the new toolbox. See, we got all the tools, all the screwdrivers in the world, the impacts. We have everything we need right here. So a lot more convenient. Also, I have my old Euro plate hung up. This Euro plate was on my first 335, and then it went on to Cameron's Mini Cooper, and maybe been on cars for a total of like 4 years of its life. So it's kind of cool to see that I have it now in here. And my idea is we have another Euro plate, put it there, and maybe just start collecting Euro plates for this wall. That'd be pretty sick, I think. And by the door, we have a marker board so that we can write down a list of things we have to do on car. We're digging deep on it. And then speed limit 109. Ask for a quick opinion. Is there anything on the exterior that you might do to the M4 to clean up the factory look? I'm not going to do wheels. I'm probably not going to replace any of the carbon fiber bits as I'm letting them get all ratchet. Almost every piece of carbon fiber on this thing's actually damaged. The diffuser's destroyed, side skirt's getting sun damage because it's been several years now. Front lip, as you know, I've gone through like 5 of those suckers in just a year. So yeah, it's getting a little ratchet, and I don't want to do wheels, and here's why. See the factory wide body? Yep, we need more wide. I'm not going to go with the Liberty Walk. I'm not going to go with PSM. And I'm not going to go with any kit that's out right now. So LTO, Live to Offend, was actually making a kit that was really sick for this car. I was thinking about that because I want something more Rocket Bunny style. If it comes down to it, next year or two, if no one comes out with a kit, we'll go ahead and make one. And that's why I have not done the wheels. And welcome to the channel, Chance. Obviously, as I said earlier, this is his car, and he's gonna be doing most of the work.
So what I have bought is pretty much probably close to like 70% of what they offer. Their little cut and polish kit with all the compounds, all of the hex pads, and their torque buffer. We're going to actually just be trying everything out. I've never cut and buff paint. I've heard that black is the hardest thing to actually cut and buff, and for it to come out actually nice. So we're gonna see how it comes out. Hopefully I don't ruin this paint more than it already is, which I don't think I will because it's already pretty bad. I know we've talked about this car before at least a few times in the channel. This is my car. This car has been around my family for a very long time. Since like, dang near since it's new. So my uncle actually bought this car a long time ago. And when he bought it, I did a bunch of work to it. I did a tune, I did exhaust, I did intakes, and pretty much that's it. Because that's pretty much what was the only thing that was really offered back then. There wasn't a whole lot of aftermarket availability as far as terms of parts. So, like I said, he bought it, he had it. He sold it to his cousin, who had it for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, never drove it. And then I heard that he was gonna sell it because he's buying a different car. So I did pretty much anything in my power to buy this car, which is why I've sold a few of my other cars for it, just because. Huh?
He sold his beautiful Charger.
I know, I do miss that Charger.
Guys, he had like the cleanest white body Charger.
We'll throw up a picture of it right here. Man, it was just, I was so clean. I absolutely love that car, and it rode nice. I had it for like 8 months. I think I only put like 3,600 miles on it. I never drove it, but when I did, it was absolutely amazing. But I've had this car for like, we have had this car for like 3 months.
That's been a while. You already did the wheels, the lowering kit.
We haven't got none of that yet. Don't talk about none of that. So I've had this car for like probably 3 months, maybe 4, and I've already put 3,000 miles on this car. I drive this thing everywhere. So long story short, when the last owner had it, which was I guess technically still kind of my uncle, we had a snowstorm in Oklahoma, and I guess he left it out that night, and his kids decided to try to be helpful and clear the snow off, but they used a metal shovel to clear the snow off of the paint of the car. He's a very nice person, much nicer than I would have been. So right here, it's through the paint completely, and it is ate down to the actual metal in multiple spots. Now obviously, I know cutting and buffing is not gonna get those out. This scratch right here, try to get the best angle on it. You can kind of see it right there. Pretty deep, pretty long scratch. That was from the shovel. This, I think I can get almost all of this out. I cannot feel it with my fingernail, so that has always been my tell sign of you can probably buff it out, if not the majority of it. There's swirls all through the paint. This right here is a funny story. You might be able to see it. I don't know if you will. Try to get an angle. See these 3 scratch marks right here that are pretty long? Okay, this happened when my uncle first got the car. I guess you could say, we'll say Uncle 1, because he was the first owner. That was actually his dog jumped on the hood. And he's like a 130-pound lab and scratched it all up right there. He got some of it out. It was much deeper, so we're gonna try to hit that again. Like I said, more shovel marks up here. You can see the white. There's one. These were down, way down to the paint. But all these, I've kind of actually already used some touch-up paint on it. Just to kind of see how it matches. And it really does pretty well as far as covering up the gray of it. Another deep scratch right here from the shovel. It's a very white, predominant scratch. All right there. Here, you know, I mean, it's just a bunch of minor stuff, but it's very, very annoying. You can kind of see that one there. Another one here. Hard water stains. Everything has been gone over with the car. Kind of the backstory on it. We're gonna try to make this paint look good because I actually just got these wheels installed. It took forever to get some wheel studs kit from ECS. I ended up just, they're still not here. They're still not here, which is really, really irritating to me. So there actually has the lug nuts off of my Audi. One of the sets from my Audi, because it's the same thread pattern. So I got to get pictures for it because I have a sponsorship with Rohana. So I figured what better way to do it is with a really, really clean car, which is why we're trying to make this paint pop for those pictures.
All right, yep, just text me what you need. I'll head out.
All right, he's gonna get some more supplies. He is. He's gonna get some more supplies. And I'm actually gonna start cutting and buffing on this. So what I'm gonna start with, because we've already washed it, we've already clayed it, we've already cleaned it off the clay. We're gonna start with, I think on the very trouble spots, we're gonna start with some 32 grade compound, which is their heaviest cut. I'm not gonna go over the whole car with this 32. I'll probably go over the whole car with 34, which is still a pretty aggressive compound.
You got Cash App?
Huh?
You got Cash App?
I ain't got Cash App. Take my credit card. Cash App. Who the fuck's got Cash App?
Cash App.
No, I got plastic, baby. Saver card. Shout out to Capital One for letting me use that credit. I need over my life savings. Stupid.
All right, text me what you need.
All right, Chemical Guys. Big shout out. Not sponsors yet, but they will be one day. What? I got their whole little kit. It's the good shit. Monster truck life. Hashtag gotta get out of the driveway. Sounds so freaking good. I mean, this sounds great, but that's got the turbo noises. All right, so like I said, I'm gonna start with the 32. We're gonna hit those very, very trouble spots just to kind of see. I don't have a paint depth gauge. Like I said, I've never done this before. I've Googled a lot and YouTubed a lot. Hopefully I don't kill my paint. If so, I gotta get it resprayed anyway, so it's not that big of a deal.
Ruben's over here, he's washing his car. We're gonna shut the garage while he is buffing. And we're gonna go ahead and get this thing cleaned up. Probably do a couple whacks on it. Bye, buddy. I need my food. So Ruben decided to show up. He's washing his car. We had to shut the garage so there's no more water gets on the Porsche. We just put the chemical on the pad and then he smeared it around and now it's going up and down with it. The front of the car is done and man, it looks so good. It got rid of most of the scratches. And then a little update on Ruben, he's drying off the car and it already looks so much better. Now we're going to actually clay bar his car because it hasn't been done since we bought the vehicle. It's a little rough. It does need probably cut and polish as well, but that won't be today. And you guys know how it works. Ruben ordered a new front lip for his car and well, it's the wrong one. So he's gonna have to send that back and hopefully get a new one pretty soon, make his car look like it's slower when he airs out. If you didn't watch the last video, we did bag his car. So while Chance is cut and buffing his car, I decided I want to wax my car. I want to do it the old fashioned way because I haven't done that since the 335. This is the McGuire's Golden Glass. And it's just like a paste and all you do is just get a little bit on it. So I would just spin it. It's just how I do it. And wherever you want to put the wax, which I'm going to do all the carbon fiber, I just go back and forth where I need to go. And so you just come out as a matte finish. I'll try to go over it a couple times back and forth to make sure I rub it in. And the same thing on the side fins. And then inside here, which I'm probably gonna get a little bit more. Now you just, when it's dry, you just wipe it, and that will be the final finish. It cleans it and looks so good. See the depth in the carbon fiber a little bit more. Trying not to let the rag touch the ground because you don't want to use the rag if it touches the ground because it picks up dust, which will leave like micro scratches. Now it's time to do all the carbon fiber. That includes the roof, side skirts, front lip, and that's all I'm gonna do. Because this car does have the wrap on it, I don't want to wax the whole car, because then when I pull off the wrap, I'll have to re-wax anyways. I don't know how long I'm gonna have this wrap, because again, I threw it on there in 3 hours. It's temporary. It does have a few flaws here and there, and well, who knows, maybe I do V2. For those that have watched my review video when I first bought the M4, you know I wrapped a few things, the grill and the reflector deletes. It wasn't a delete at the time, it was black, now the reflector deletes, but the grills are still glossed black from the wrap. That was like 2-something years ago. They've held up really nice, but they do have a few chips here and there, and then right here, which you don't even see it as a normal bursting because it's so high, it's all like coming up. So let's go ahead and take the grills off and let's rewrap them. And while we're doing that, we're also going to take the banner off. So you see it's disgusting and the wrap is starting to crack. Let's take that off. Man, this has been on the car for a while. Old wrap. Always fun to take off. Just keeps peeling like that. I guess now is a good time to show you knifeless tape, since I did just pull off the banner. I need to place a new one on here, probably ASAP. So all you do is you have the knifeless tape, and it has like a string inside of it. Ready? Yep. I didn't even notice the rubber seals coming up like that. It kind of bums me out. Alright, I want to show them how knifeless tape works. That was weird. And when you go to wrap, you kind of just do the same thing. There you go. And now you just pull it all the way across, which is super satisfying. And then since there's double layer wrap right here, you'll do the same thing, just a little tug. Yep. And go on the other side. Keep pulling. Super satisfying. And then from there you can pull the wrap off. And then you have to pull the green part of the tape out.
The clear filament. Look how scratched up and terrible that is.
From laying it. It wasn't that bad before.
A felt tip squeegee will scratch it up. Literally, you just watch it. How bad it scratches it. Right? Now, I'm gonna get it on some good scratches. Alright, Bailey, go ahead and pull that clear film. You see right where the camera is how scratched it is. Instantaneously crystal clear.
Amazing difference.
That's why this Vivid is so nice to us, and it's super well priced for what it is.
Well, it stretches with the wrap too. I've had other wraps that have the same thing, but you end up wanting to pull it off because when you stretch the wrap, it won't stretch with it, and it starts like coming off. I don't know. They did a good job. It sticks until you're ready to pull it, or if you overstretch it. But if you overstretch it, you kind of want to just redo it anyways because you don't want to overstretch material.
You know, you tell it's super shiny already. Stage 1, look at that. Speed limit 109. So really invertedly upside down and shit. Alright. Either way. Stage 1 done on the hood. Which it's not perfect, but definitely very clear. So that's with the V32 compound. I'm gonna go ahead and finish out the car. I'm gonna go ahead and still use the V32s. I don't have a super aggressive pad, so I think the medium grit pad with the V32 actually works really, really well together as far as not a super, super heavy cut. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the whole car, and I'll come back with either V36 or V38 finishing compound, and then we'll get to ceramic coating, which I'm gonna do either a 2 or 3 stage ceramic coating process. I just haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet.
So we got the grills off of the car, and I pulled off all the wrap, which is a couple years old. It was a pain. I probably should have used a heat gun, would have made it a little easier. And now I have some degreaser sitting on the grills. I do want to point out, pulling off the wrap, it pulled off some chrome, so I might need to sand that down a little bit so you don't see it. And this is Chemical Guys degreaser. That's what we're using. Once it's all cleaned up, we'll start wrapping them and put them back in the car, and it will look fresh. That wrap didn't even look that bad until you got up close. So it's just to try to keep up the car a little bit. Just like that, it is freshly wrapped. It looks really good. Just gonna pop that in place. And we are done with those. So with clay bar, all you do is you spray the lubricant and you go back and forth. You can feel it picking up the debris. And you can actually hear it. You can see it on there. It's not wanting to focus, but there's some on there and you can hear it and feel it. Once that kind of goes away, you know you're good. And every once in a while you want to pull and stretch and fold the clay bar because you don't want to be rubbing all that filth up against each other. So he's gonna do the whole car. While he's doing that, I'm gonna start waxing it just like I did with the carbon fiber earlier.
I'm gonna hit it with the Hex orange pad with some V32 compound. We're gonna see how much of it we can take out. I'll probably do 2, maybe 3 cuts on it. And we'll just kind of see how it goes. So setting 1, just help spread the compound, and after the compound's spread completely, then we'll ramp it up to 6. I'm gonna finish cutting this. We'll go ahead and cut back to the kind of after we do this first stage cut.
We just finished completely waxing the entire car. After he clay barred it, I waxed it, and it looks so much better. Oh yeah! The paint is silky smooth, and he's never felt it this way. It's the cleanest it's ever been since he's owned it. I love how you can tell that hits frame. Like it just sits on that subframe. It's like so sick. The car has got so much more depth. You can see the metallics finally. It still needs a buff. I'm sure when you see the sun on it, you'll still see all the scratches because we obviously only clay barred it and waxed it. We need to buff it. All the scratches on the Porsche, like probably 80% of them are coming out. The other ones are pretty deep. So you would probably have to wet sand or just I don't know, it's to the point where you don't want to go that far because it might be past your clear coat.
Chances don't know about nothing. I've seen YouTube videos.
Over here, this is a fine example. All the scratches are gone, but then you have that deep one. That one is through the paint. It does look a lot better though, I must say.
That was from a metal shovel.
Ruben is now headed out, Chance is already gone, and that wraps up today's video. Chance's car is still getting worked on. We're waiting on some ceramic, which will be here in 2 days, I believe. And 4 is done, and his is all waxed, looking good. All these cars are good. And if you stayed around and you're new to the channel, go ahead and push that subscribe button. Like it. If you don't subscribe but you stayed here, at least like it. Come on, please. It helps the algorithm with YouTube. And right now, the videos, because we switched from the BMW content to IDA 7, it kind of ruined the algorithm a little bit because it stirred up a different type of content. And usually with YouTube, you want to keep it one content. My content is cars, so it's not one specific car, and that ruined it. So if you liked the video, please just push that like button, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. This ain't fair, dude. You're lower than me.
No.
Not fair.
But I got this front lip coming in too. I don't even know how it's gonna work.
I know. It looks so sick because they make the front look even lower. Plus, we will do custom arrow.
That's gonna be
diffuser
sick.
side.
We don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm trying to go this week. Try to get some of that stuff.
All the ABS?
Yeah.
We need a ton.
Dang. I ain't got no truck.
Yeah.
So we gotta figure that out.
Till next time, guys.
Figure it out.